I can't wait to show you how quick and easy it is to make a Z fold card. It's a fun, fancy fold card that is going to wow your friends. I also created this twist on a Z fold. It's called an easel card on YouTube. I'll add the link below so you can see that replay. And it's a stunner, isn't it? Imagine your friend opening the mailbox, getting your envelope, opening this up. Everyone's going to think you're a rock star. Well, hey there, it's Catherine from Catherine Pooler Designs. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me today to get some stamping inspiration. We do have a few new summer items in the shop, so let's take a quick look at those. The Little Island cover plate, the Greetings from the Beach sentiments, and the Surf City stamp set. These three products were created to go together so you can create a little island or a beach scene. The cover plate not only die cuts those cute little palm trees in the sun, but it also gives you cut lines for really fun texture. Die cut it, color it with Copic markers like I showed here, and I'll do that again today, or cut it out in a solid color and it's going to look great on your handmade card. Then we have the What's Up stamp set and the Up Above stamp set. These each also come with dies. These adorable little critters coordinate with the secondary sentiment or the secondary set, which gives you all the fun little images to stamp in the sky. So you can have fireworks, you can have a rainbow, you can have a night sky with the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper, and the sentiments are just fantastic. I mean, look at those cute little critters, those little silhouettes. I'm crazy over them. They're so cute. Next up is our Float Your Boat stamp set and dies and Aw Shucks stamp set and dies. Float Your Boat is a great all occasions set with welcome aboard, hope this floats your boat, happy birthday, I'll miss you. We created this stamp set as a collab with Ellen Hudson, and we are excited to be releasing it in our shop now. And then the Aw Shucks stamp set, our adorable little walrus, was created to go with our Summer at the Shore release and is free in our shop while supplies last with a $50 purchase. So make sure you head over to shop.catherinepooler.com to grab that special freebie while it is available. So you ready to see how easy this is? Don't blink because you'll miss it. So take your 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, cut it in half, and then using your score buddy, scored at 5.5 and 2 3/4. You can also just use your paper cutter to do these score lines. And then fold it in half, and then take that edge and fold it back the other way. This is the base of your Z-fold card, and it is ready for stamping and decorating. Another quick way to do this is just fold your cardstock in half, give it a little crease with your bone folder, and then take the edge and fold it back the other way toward the middle of the card. And this creates your Z-fold. So I told you not to blink. Did you catch that? It was quick, it was easy, and now we're ready for cuteness. We'll start with some of these little images from the Float Your Boat stamp set. So the little suitcase, the camera, the life preserver, the wave. How funky is this wave? I just love how it looks. It's just adorable. And the little ship, although I don't end up using the ship on this card, but that's okay. So I'm using some of my reds, my red Copic markers, and just using the lightest shade to color in the little bands on the life preserver. And then with two darker shades, I'm just going right, kind of doing an L on the edge of the same side of each little section, if that makes sense. And so R24, R29, and R89. Very simple Copic coloring. And then a little bit of gray, so C1 and C3 around every other section of the life preserver, and then a little bit in each corner with the C3. For the wave, I'm coloring the entire image with BG13 and then adding some interest with BG18. So I'm using the lines that the illustrator added to the stamp for the darker color and then just adding a little highlight on the bottom scallop of the waves. For the suitcase, I colored it with RV14, just adding that lightest color on the whole suitcase, and then RV17 and RV19 for adding some depth and shading. And I'm doing 2 opposite corners of the suitcase. And a great way to blend with Copic markers is take the tip of a lighter marker and brush it against the tip of a darker marker. And then when you color with the lighter marker, as you color, that darker color comes out of the tip and is an easy, natural way to get shading. And then I went a little heavy-handed with it and I went outside the line a bit. So if you just take your colorless blender and if you go outside the line, you can just color over the mistake with your colorless blender and then it will remove that color. It's magic. So you can also use the colorless blender if you go too heavy-handed or too dark with your Copic markers. So just take that colorless blender, blend it over the top of wherever you want to go lighter, and it will remove a little bit of that color. And then I removed a little too much, so I added some back with the RV14, and working with Copics, it's really forgiving in that way, so you can add color, remove color, add color back, play with the various shades, and it's a lot of fun. So if you haven't tried them yet, I'll link them below so you can grab some in our shop if you want to give it a go. And then, have you ever thought about coloring on your die cuts? So I cut out the little island cover plate, and I didn't bother cutting the whole thing because I knew I was only going to use a couple little pieces of it. And I'm using some of my yellow Copic markers. Like I said, I'll link them below so you can see them in the shop. And I just added the yellow over the whole bit of sunshine, and then I came in with a little bit darker. I actually made a mistake here. I meant to go the light yellow and then the dark yellow, but I used the darkest yellow for the whole sun. So then I pulled out a YR, which is a yellow red. So it's a little bit more orange than the yellows, and that worked just fine. So I added a little bit just along each edge of the sun ray, and I think it has a really great fun look. It's super bright, super vibrant, super it's just feeling party in summer to me. And then we'll add some color to the palm leaves, so going over with the lightest color over the whole image, and then on the same side of each leaf, I just went over it a few more times, just colored over a couple more strokes on each leaf with the same color, because when you work with Copics, as you build up that color and go over the same spot multiple times, it does get darker. So you can have multiple shades of the same marker color depending on how many times you go over it. To a certain extent, of course. It's not going to get, super different in shade. It'll darken up a little bit. And then I took a darker yellow green and just went over where the little cut lines are on those palm leaves. And then my browns, I did 3 different shades, light over the whole tree trunk. And then where the little cut lines are, I did a little bit darker. And then I took the very tip of my darkest brown and just did a little bit of flicking there. Then I'm going to take the palm tree and I'm going to add it to this adorable little heart. And I was very excited when I made this because I just thought it looked so fresh and fun and cute and summery. So I'm taking the palm tree, I'm just going to glue it onto the heart and then trim around the heart so that the palm tree takes on the same shape as the heart. And then you have this cute little summery image. It's so cute. So my wave, my life preserver, and the little suitcase I thought would be really cute elements to layer onto that heart. And I'm grabbing the Aloha from the Greetings from the Beach sentiment set. And I'm going to glue on the suitcase, the wave, and then pop that life preserver up on foam tape so it pops up a little bit. That I have the heart ready to go, I'm gonna add some patterned paper to this card to give it some more fun pattern and texture. So I'm using the Aqua Prints patterned paper pack and I'm cutting those little rectangles to 4 by 2.5, and then I will add one of the panels to the front top flap and then the other panel to the inside of the card. And then underneath the flap, I'm adding the little sun and the love you to the beach and back. So you open that card and you have a cute little surprise sentiment in there. So it never fails with me. It's always a smudge. Just about every single card that I make. Are you guys in the same boat as me? So anyway, it's a great excuse to use up those sequins. So some flamenco beach sequins, just pop a couple on there. And how cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love this little aloha heart. Just put glue on half, just half, because you only want it to attach to that left flap. And then look at this, it opens up. It's a little Z-fold card. It's adorable. I just love it. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're inspired. Are you inspired by coloring with Copics on little images and clustering them on your card? Are you inspired by Copic coloring on die cuts? Or are you going to give the Z-fold a try? And you know what? Probably many of you have already tried this card and you're like, Catherine, I knew this was easy. I could have told you that. And then, of course, if you're new, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Hope you will. Hope we see you back here. And then I had one more little palm tree that I just couldn't resist adding to the inside of the card. I think it just gives a little extra oomph and fun, but it's cute, right? And then a couple extra sequins. And oh gosh, before I go, I almost forgot to tell you, we're having a fancy fold class for StampNation members in August. We hope you join us. It is going to feature our fall release, and members, more info coming your way. If you haven't joined yet, there's so many amazing benefits of being a StampNation member, from early ordering to special product perks and our quarterly classes. You're gonna love being a member. So I'll add the link below here too, so you can go check it out and join us for the fun. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you again very soon.